This episode is brought to you by Fairdesk, a crypto derivatives trading platform founded by 6 former Binance execs and 3 former Morgan Stanley architects. Fairdesk is a company focused on building a platform that enables traders to profit from both rising and falling markets. Sign up today and CB will credit you up to $600 in trading funds. For more information, visit fairdesk.com, link in the description below. Hold on. All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining. Welcome to another My Two Satoshis live edition. Hope everyone's doing well out there. I see we don't have too many people in the building just yet, so we're going to wait a second. I definitely want you guys to check out my new TikTok profile. CryptoBlood_ is the name. Check me out. You can follow me on Twitter as well, CryptoBlood_. The only one that's different is my Instagram, which is just straight at CryptoBlood. All right. So definitely come check me out on the TikTokers network. I'm still trying to get used to it, to be honest with you. I just don't have time to do this stuff, man. This is for the young people, I guess. I'm getting old, ladies and gents. I am getting old. But today we're going to be looking at a couple things that Vitalik said. Of course, we're going to look at the markets, give you my 2 Satoshis and my update on that. And I just saw one of the guys in the Telegram messaging app send me a message about the Signal, the Crypto Blood. I call it Bloodalytics Signal, trading signal service. I'm going to be starting back up here in a couple weeks, actually, August 15th. My new website will be launching midweek, maybe even earlier than that, no later than the end of this week. At that point, you'll be able to pre-order, and I have a steep discount for pre-orders, but it will be going live on August 15th. So definitely take advantage of the pre-order that we will have available for you. Hey, I'll show you some of the trades that we've been taking. You're gonna like it. It's gonna definitely give you an edge. I'm starting off with Bitcoin versus USD and Ethereum versus USD, but I will look for your input to sync up my algo with other pairs that you guys may like. As you guys saw, though, Fairdesk is the crypto trading or a crypto exchange partner for CBTV, one of 2. I really take this seriously as far as who I decide to bring to light, as far as crypto exchanges. We all know, having money on centralized exchanges can be risky, right? But if you need to trade and want to trade, you got to do it somewhere where you can get fast, very low commission fees and very fast transactions on orders on your trade. So Fairdesk is that deal, founded by 6 Binance execs as well. So I've been trading with them, scalping, using my scalping system over there. When I have time, I turn my signals on and scalp. Very low commissions, and honestly, I've already gotten like $180 back and just trading for the last week and a half. $180 back from trading with them. They have very, very great and good incentives. All right, so check them out. Link is in the description below. I also have a QR code up here for you as well, if I can pull it up at some point. But let's take a look at this this here chart. All right, now, you guys know I was starting to become very bullish once we broke above that trend line. The top area of this wedge, we did it first back on July 19th. We stayed up there for maybe a day. Dipped back below it, as you guys see here. Got back above it, and then we unfortunately failed with the momentum. But back on the 27th, we had a huge rally, a lot of short covering, honestly, in my opinion. That chart right there, that bar right there shows me That huge green bar is a lot of short covering, liquidations, all that occurring right there. Whatever reason it happened, you know, I think the equities markets or the stock markets actually rallied on that same day as well. So I think that was the USD financial markets news there. That was the Fed talking about their FOMC meeting notes. And that's why we saw the rally, and that took us back above that trend line. But unfortunately, what I'm seeing now is us losing momentum. We're not able to sustain that momentum. If I just show you here, you know, you got like and this is on a 1 hour, so, you know, take it for what it is. But possible head and shoulders there. You know, that means a continuation downward. So as long as we stay below this red line, it's back on to being fairly bearish. Now, I'm not going to be full on bearish until we actually breach this. I'm going to extend this now. But when we breach, or if we breach this trend line, that's when I will get a little concerned. I'm not concerned though we're below this trend line, the top trend line. I'm going to change the color of this so you guys can know what I'm talking about here. So let's make this orange. All right, so the top orange line, we're back below, and that's a little concerning. Look for a move back to the red line if we can't pick up momentum here. All right. So that's kind of where we are. That's where we are with technically with the markets slightly bearish stance right now. Crypto Blood has. And here are some of the charts or trades. It's been kind of a sideways market for Ethereum, to be honest with you, for over the weekend. We're just now starting to pick up a little momentum, a little price volatility. So we are, you know, short. We went short at 1646 on Ethereum. Had some decent trades earlier today, but mostly sideways. Been churning sideways over the weekend. If I zoom out, you'll see the area that's blacked out is, I pretty much have it coded in the script to show the weekends, and that's kind of where the weekends are. All right. But last week, nice trades. You know, look at these trades. Went long here, covered, went short here, took some profit. Those yellow dots are profit taking areas. But overall, good trades last week. So I'm expecting the same thing this week. Just got to wait for price volatility and price action to come back into the markets. We're at like a critical area in Ethereum, like 1700 is kind of a area where we got to figure out what we're going to do. So we'll see what happens there. But let's take a look at this one out of Bitcoin.com, because we're seeing this guy, man, Kwon. I think he's going to be in some big trouble. I'm going to be honest with you. At first, I didn't think so. I really didn't. But now that I'm seeing everything kind of transpire and how things are panning out over there, they don't play games over there when it comes to, you know, fraud. Okay, people really go to jail overseas, especially like Singapore, South Korea. People go to jail for this type of stuff. You don't just, it's not like America. You just get off scotch-free. Not happening. Not happening. So looks like there's a class action lawsuit for allegedly selling unregistered securities now. We know where this is coming from, the U.S., but there was some other news on Kwon where they're really coming at his neck. They want him bad, and I think he's going to be in some big trouble. But to layer it all on top of him, we now have the U.S. looking to say he is selling or was selling unregistered securities. Hey, that's an easy layup, man. That's an easy layup for the SEC to go after, because essentially everything is an unregistered security, in my opinion. You know, so it's like you look at the case, that the library versus SEC case, they just straight flat out said, look, everything is a security in our book. So why wouldn't any of these tokens, Luna, Terra Luna, any of these tokens, why wouldn't they be considered securities? We got 9 total that have been revealed as securities that are trading on Coinbase right now. So that lets you know that Coinbase is going to be in trouble for selling unregistered securities. 9 of them. That's a big fine. Won't take them out, but definitely will do more damage to that already jacked up stock price, man. I think it's down 86%. Coinbase, that is, from its IPO. Now, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is Ethereum. Okay, a lot of Ethereum news coming out lately, and one being, you know, this merge, right? We all know the merge is coming up, and we heard Vitalik make mention that if people weren't satisfied with Ethereum going from proof of work to proof of stake, then maybe you should go check out Ethereum Classic. Well, that made Ethereum Classic really rally hard. But you got a big dog, a big OG miner, which actually, ironically enough, this gentleman here, I'm going to find his name, Chandler Guo. Chandler was actually involved in the 2016 fork of Ethereum and Ethereum Classic when he had the DAO hack, the DAO hack. He was involved in that fork. Well, now, guess what? He's saying, hey, I got enough people, ladies and gentlemen, to really make this Ethereum 2.0 fork occur. Like, he's got enough, he feels, enough people, enough traction to make this happen. So we're going to be witnessing another fork once the merge happens. When Ethereum 2.0 goes proof of stake, you're going to see at that very moment, this guy Chandler is going to do a fork, and he says he has enough miners, enough hash power to start a successful fork, hard fork of the original Ethereum. Not original, but the Ethereum we know today. So he's going to continue on proof of working with that version of it. Now the issue is there are a few issues, and here's why I don't think he's going to be successful. Because if he does that fork, ladies and gents, development from on any app or dApp that's been, issued on the blockchain up to that point would need to be redeployed and started over from scratch. So literally everyone who has a dApp on Ethereum right now will have to redeploy to the new hard fork chain. I don't see that happening. Let's just be honest with you. I do not see that happening. Furthermore, there's another issue here. The forked power proof of work chain will lack critical assets like stable coins needed to support functioning decentralized finance apps. This is likely to make the fork network less appealing. So yeah, if you don't have enough, support or even have a stable coin ready to lock and load out the gate, it's not going to work, ladies and gentlemen. It is not going to work. And, I don't see this really panning out. You're going to have more, I think personally, you're going to have more success or the ability for, a proof of work chain or version of Ethereum working would literally be Ethereum Classic. They already have the ecosystem. They have the blessing from Vitalik, essentially saying, hey, if you don't like where we're going with Ethereum 2.0, go on over to Ethereum Classic. So my bet, if things backfire and the ecosystem doesn't want to embrace this proof of stake migration that Ethereum is going through, they're going to go to Ethereum Classic. That's my bet. So if you want to be a betting man, or you want to try to play the merge, this may be a way. Even though we've seen Ethereum Classic already shoot up 3x, I think with this market pulling back and us getting below that trend line, you're going to see a lot of those gains pulled out. And then at that point, you can maybe look to nibble and get in some of those Ethereum Classic tokens if you're interested in the proof of work, proof of stake kind of play. So that's something that you could possibly look at, maybe jot down in your notes to take a look at. Not sure when this merge is going to happen. They keep it very foggy on purpose to give themselves some leeway. But yeah, Chandler, here's his tweet. He actually put this out on the 27th, a couple days ago. He said, ETH POW will coming soon. So he's got this video. He's showing, I guess, all the support. I don't know what he's showing here. It looks like that may be what it is. But as this guy says here, there's ETH Ethereum Classic already, the real immutable Ethereum. Right. So we'll see. You guys let me know. What do you think? You think we're going to have... Oh, I didn't even have the screen up for you guys to see. So this is the tweet. ETH POW will coming soon. And he's got all this list of, I guess, supporters for the ETH POW fork coming up. Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Which one is going to be more successful? We know that most likely, just to be honest with you, Ethereum 2.0, which is the one of the Ethereum Foundation and Vitalik and everyone else is, basically backing, is going to be the most successful one. But do you think Ethereum Classic is going to be runner-up, or do you think this new ETH POW fork is going to have some legs as well and beat out Ethereum Classic? I'm going to have to go with Ethereum Classic. I'm just be honest with you. Shout out to Crypto and Cereal. I like that name. What's up, man? How are you? Thanks for tuning in. And then last piece to the puzzle says SEC out of control. Yes, they are, bro. Those dudes are out of control, man. And listen, it's some stuff. Like I said, I think I've told you guys this on a live stream over the weekend and on Big Boys. I'm in a new Netflix documentary that will be going over a project or story where the SEC was involved, and I, covered it extensively back in 2017. So that documentary will be out, I think, the beginning of the first quarter of 2023. So look out for that. That's going to be very dope. Crypto Blood going to get his 15 minutes of fame. 15 seconds, 15 minutes, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I don't know. I think, as I stated, Ethereum Classic is probably going to beat out this ETH POW fork. They got an uphill battle, man. I just don't see them really gaining much traction, to be honest with you. Next article we got to look at is, and this is a real question, and I'm feeling this way, honestly. That's why I even brought this topic up, this article up out of Yahoo Finance. What if the markets are misreading the Fed? Well, I really do think they are misreading the Fed. And the markets have been wrong many times in the past and have had to, make a sharp correction and have gotten ahead of themselves. And what this article is talking about, ladies and gents, is what they mean by what if the Fed misread, or what if the markets misread the Fed. What they're talking about is this whole interest rate hiking mission they're on. Okay, whether we can have a debate on whether or not it's even going to do anything, or if it's all optics, whatever the case may be, you still have to realize that the Federal Reserve does have some sway in what Wall Street, because Wall Street looks at, we may not look and value what they're doing, but Wall Street does. So it doesn't really matter what we feel. If Wall Street is listening to them, if Wall Street is, making decisions based off of what the Federal Reserve FOMC meeting notes are saying, then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, the thing about it, though, and I highlighted this in this article, is that, the market, it says here in this article, a highlighted part here, there really are no winners when it comes to the Federal Reserve. Okay. And that's what the markets are probably not understanding. So if things are doing well, right? If the markets are doing well, then guess what? That doesn't stop. Basically, that keeps the Federal Reserve going with their interest rate hike plan. So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. So as I have here highlighted, a market rally risks stimulating economic growth and fanning inflation, which is bad. And then on the other hand, which was what I was going to say next, an effective Fed means financial market and economic deterioration, which is also bad. So that's not, either situation or either scenario is not good for stocks. It's plain and simple. It's not a good move or a good look for stocks. So you have to ask yourself, is this rally in stocks, in cryptos, is it misrepresented? Are we misrepresenting or mispricing or misunderstanding what the Federal Reserve is doing? I would say probably. You know, we needed a relief rally. Cryptos were getting hit hard. Okay. We were getting hit hard, ladies and gents. So we needed a relief rally. We got it. And now you have to ask yourself, is this the opportunity for you to, take some off the table, or should you be dollar cost averaging in more? That's a question that you'll have to answer for yourself. I'm going to tell you, Crypto Blood feels like this may be an opportunity for you to fade into this rally. Stocks and cryptos. It's looking a little top heavy. Nothing fundamentally has changed in our economy. Let's see what we got here. Wisdom Bar says, yeah, from what it looks like, the ETH forking is going to cause some chaos. Absolutely. You definitely want to have hedged some bets on that just in case. Mateo says, your second documentary on Netflix, this is some serious progress for you acting career. You're right, bro. You're right. And I'm preparing on the back end for this one, because unlike my first one, it was literally, you guys saw, it was like 5 seconds, not even, right? I'm fully in a 90-minute documentary on Netflix this go around. So we'll see. Shout out to Crypto King. Saylor is mega wrecked. Don't listen to that. For real. He has caused so many to be broke, maybe even homeless. Richard Hart said 11K and pray. Wow. Yeah. Last piece of puzzle. $280 billion stimulus is what changed a little. Yeah, we did print 40% of all money in the span of 2 years. It's insane. So you have to keep that in mind too. So, are we going to do that again? Of course. Listen, they will do anything they possibly can do to save things. It's just we're at a point where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's the difference this go around. Yes, they would love to print money, can kick, and just push it off to the next generation, right? But I think we're at a point where if you do any more money printing, you're gonna risk risk us going into some very high inflationary environments, not hyperinflation, because I don't really see the global reserve currency going into hyperinflation. That's probably not going to happen. A hyperinflationary currency will have to be one that is not the global reserve. So we won't see hyperinflation, but we will see and can see some very high inflationary periods, which can do a lot of damage. Greg says, prophecy given by God approximately 5 months ago, Mark Zuckerberg would lose most of his wealth. This was given as the news before the news. I don't know, man. What Bible verse did God say that one in? I didn't catch that one. You got to help me out. Last piece to the puzzle said, that's why I'm saying they just printed 280 billion more for tech. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see how it all pans out. But definitely, I think we're mispricing, we're misunderstanding what's going on with the Federal Reserve's actions here. And I think it's just going to take another month or so to digest. And then by next month, I mean, we'll probably get another rate hike next month. And those interest rates, man, mortgage rates are going up. Mortgage rates are going crazy. It takes time for those actions to really manifest in the economy. So that's why I'm saying it's going to take a month or so, a month or two, for this last hike to even manifest and show its ugly head. So keep that in mind as well. Before going on to the next article, I do want to just let you guys know there is the QR code in the bottom right hand side. I will be sending you $600 worth of trading cash if you sign up today. Up to $600, I should say. A minimum of $100 deposit. And they are giving crazy incentives at Fairdesk.com right now. So take advantage of it. You know, I'm always looking for those trading incentives, those crypto exchange incentives for you. So there is another one for you. All right. Scan that and get that. All right. Let's check out this next one here. And it is about Vitalik Buterin calling MicroStrategies Michael Saylor a total clown. Damn, this is finally I can agree with Vitalik on something. I agree with him here, man. I mean, as my man Crypto King said, he has definitely been very irresponsible with his rhetoric in regards to how you should be approaching Bitcoin and basically Bitcoin. He's pretty much a Bitcoin maxi. I think he is has definitely done some disservice, telling people to borrow, use credit cards, do whatever you need to do to get Bitcoin. That is not the right approach to buying any asset class, to be honest with you, let alone something like Bitcoin, which is highly volatile. So never use debt to buy cryptos. Never use debt to buy Bitcoin. Don't do it. Do not do it, ladies and gents. I don't really follow the stock markets like that, bro. So I can't give you any two satoshis on that one. All right. Crypto King says Mt. Gox dump coming soon, and DOJ dump Bitfinex BTC will bring Bitcoin down to Richard's 11K, maybe lower. Yeah. So there, he makes a good point there. Crypto King makes a good point in regards to there are some fundamental things that still haven't washed out in the crypto market. On top of the economy, nothing fundamentally has changed with the economy. So you got to keep those in mind. Remember that cryptos are risk on assets, even more so than stocks. So what that means, if for those that may not know, I know it sounds like a dead horse for those. I'm beating a dead horse and sound like a broken record for those who have heard this, but I have to reiterate it. Risk on assets means when things are doing well, things are going well, people feel good, they buy those types of assets. You're making money, the economy is doing well, business is doing well, you buy those types of assets. Those are risk on assets. So Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, stocks are all risk on assets. But when the economic environment changes and things slow down, maybe the R word, recession, is being thrown around. They've changed the definition of a recession though here. I don't know if you guys heard about that. Maybe I'll bring that article up. But we've had 2 quarters of, negative GDP prints. They say it's not the case. It's not a recession. That was the textbook definition for a recession. But anyhow, when you have a recession, you go to risk off assets, which would be something like cash. People head to cash or cash equivalents, M2 or T-bills, bonds, treasury bonds. That's what people typically go to, so they can sit, not lose much money, wait it out, figure out where the bottom is, and then buy those risk on assets at a lower price and get more units of those risk on assets. Shout out to from a G's perspective, having ETC seems like a hedge to always have a copy to fork. Yeah, I would say so. I would play that. I would definitely play the ETC move as a hedge against the fork of Ethereum moving into ETH 2.0. You just never know what can happen. We can have some catastrophic failure, some issue, and just causes panic. Now, it doesn't mean it's over for Ethereum. It just means that it will cause some panic. They'll have to pause the chain or roll back or do whatever, but there may be some downtime in between that, right? So yes, hedge your bets, definitely. And I can't wait until we get a definite day on that hard fork or migration merge for Ethereum. That will be great to know. So anyway, yeah, he called him pretty much a fool, and I have to agree with him. I have to agree with him. He said here, why do maxis keep picking heroes that turn out to be total clowns? Now, I will have to disagree because Bitcoin is very decentralized and has no head figure. Nobody's picking Michael Saylor, Vitalik, to represent Bitcoin. No one's elected him to be that spokesperson. It's a free world. You can go out there and profess your love for Bitcoin and its holy savior all you want. You know what I mean? So, no one's going out here asking Michael Saylor to be the spokesperson for Bitcoin. So that's where I think you are wrong. But he goes on to say here that Saylor, the article says that Saylor previously classified Ethereum as a security, citing its background of being issued through an initial coin offering, hard forks, having a management team, and more. So, here's a point for Mr. Saylor. He's right. I mean, if you look at it, Ethereum did have an ICO. Ethereum, according to, how they're labeling securities nowadays, the SEC, Ethereum would be a security as well. But they've already passed judgment on that. So the verdict is out for what Ethereum is, and it's not a security, according to the SEC. Doesn't make sense, I know, but I don't know why Michael Saylor is bringing this up. Like, oh, maybe, you know what? He got into cryptos like 2 minutes ago. So maybe he forgot or didn't read about the SEC casting a verdict or judgment on how they view Ethereum. Bro, that's old news. Ethereum is okay. So you saying that Ethereum should be a security and throwing those tweets out there doesn't do anything. Focus on Bitcoin, in my opinion. Don't focus on, if you think Bitcoin is the end all be all, you shouldn't even be talking about anything else. I think you think Ethereum and some of these other coins may be a threat to Bitcoin. Honestly. Because let's face it, Bitcoin, in my opinion, cannot be the end all be all. Shouldn't be the end all be all for cryptocurrencies. There's an evolution of things here. Ethereum is not only a cryptocurrency. You can use it for other things. You need it for gas to make things happen on the blockchain. So there is a utilitarian aspect to Ethereum and other smart contract tokens, native tokens, that are, of course, it can be used for cash, but that is not the only reason to use Ethereum. All right. Bitcoin at this point is primarily a store of wealth. It can be used as cash. You can pay for your coffee. I wouldn't do it because of its limited to supply, but you can do it. You're free to do whatever you want with Bitcoin. But at this point, you can't on chain do any smart contract work. Now there are, and maybe I'll do a video on like RBG and these side chains, if you want to call them. They're not, I don't think, layer 2s, but they're smart contract side chains that allow you to use the Bitcoin root stock to, they're claiming, do smart contract things on Bitcoin, but I technically don't consider that quite on Bitcoin. But that's for another video. But it goes on to talk about what Mr. Saylor said about Ethereum. He said, for it to be a commodity, there can't be an issuer. And the truth is, you can't really make decisions. He said, I mean, one of the fundamental insights in the crypto industry is that the fact that you can change it is what makes it a security. He's got some good points. What do you guys feel about Ethereum? Is it a security? Is it not? Is Michael Saylor a fool? I think all of those are correct. all of the above are correct. I wanted to highlight this comment that I saw from the article, or in the article on Yahoo Finance. And I think this, I need to highlight this because this is not correct here. What this guy Anonymous P is saying. He said, all these tokens are Ponzi's. Think about it. You buy the token and the only way to make money is to sell it to some sucker down the road. So it's not a Ponzi scheme. Because if everyone stop, and that, you know, this is the thing that people, they conflate this issue, this very thing. A Ponzi scheme and a pyramid scheme, two different things. Bitcoin is not a Ponzi scheme. Ethereum is not a Ponzi scheme. I would say most of these coins out here are not Ponzi schemes because you don't need a new person to come in and buy the coin for the network to work. Like, it won't all come crumbling down if no new buyers of that particular coin ever appeared again. It will just stay at that price or go lower if you start to have a lot of sellers. So it's not a Ponzi scheme. The tech still works if not another person buys Bitcoin. The tech still works if not another person buys Ethereum. So it's not a Ponzi scheme. Pyramid scheme, no, that's up for debate. That is up for debate from an investment standpoint. From a tech standpoint, no. Bitcoin is not a pyramid scheme. Ethereum is not a pyramid scheme. From an investment standpoint, it could possibly be looked at that as that. But most things are pyramid schemes. Real estate is a pyramid scheme. If if it's for investment. Now, if it's for utility, for necessity, no, it's not a pyramid scheme. So it depends on what lens you're looking at these assets from, right? You guys let me know how you feel about that. Interesting take though. So they're going at it. Vitalik versus Saylor. There won't be a winner here. There's no way to really. Well, actually, I think there will be a winner. I think Vitalik will win this debate long term. It just doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense to think that Bitcoin is the end all be all. There are just too many other use cases for blockchain that unfortunately, sir, Michael Saylor, Bitcoin can't do. It's not Turing complete. Bitcoin is a non-Turing complete environment or stack. So it has its limitations. It has its limitations. The next article, really quickly, let me see here. We got some more comments here. Greg wanted to know about Cult DAO. I'm not sure, man. Haven't looked at that one. Yeah, I haven't looked at that one. He's saying that Cult DAO has no one in control like Bitcoin. Not sure. I'll look into that one for you, bro. Wisdom Bars asks, what cryptos do you think will last in the future and be good to use as cash? Honestly, you got two-part question there. Which cryptos do you think will last in the future? Very hard to say, man. It's way too early. I will be doing you a disservice even trying to attempt to tell you which coins are going to last. No way to know. Can't even tell you that Bitcoin is going to last. We got to see what this quantum computing phase that we're going through, this quantum supremacy race that, IBM, Google, and other, even Amazon is in that race. We got to see how that pans out first. And what threat that will have and how that will disrupt the blockchain industry. before I can say which ones will last and which ones will come out shining on the other end. But as far as cash, I can give you my thesis, my framework on any cryptocurrency that can be used as cash. I would say any coin that has an inflationary characteristic. So Dogecoin, perfect example. It has 5 million coins issued every year. I think that's great for cash, to use as cash. Of course, USD, these stable coins. Stable coins are perfectly fine. And I've said this, man, 3-4 years ago. I said, mark my words, stable coins will be the most popular cryptocurrency that's out there, because it is a mirror of what we use as cash today. So I think, the stable coins will be around, will be used for cash. And then if you want to have a little speculative flair or flair to your cash, then you will want to look at something like a Dogecoin or other coins that have an inflationary aspect to it or characteristic to it, where it's printing new coins on some timeline, some incremental time frame. Ethereum, ETH 2.0 won't be as great for cash, because I think it's going to definitely cut the supply of Ethereum tokens once the merge happens. But as of now, Ethereum is even good for cash if you wanted to use it. I wouldn't, but it's better than, let's say, using Bitcoin to pay for something. Did you see Richard Hart? No, I didn't. I missed Richard Hart's Kitco. I'll have to go back and check that out. Hey, I'm Crypto King. I'm trying to get Richard back on my channel, so hit me up and see if you can coordinate something for me. Saylor is a genius, in my opinion. He truly believes in Bitcoin, not the Fed system. So he stands for what he believes. Absolutely, he stands for what he believes. Is he a genius? Well, if he was such a genius, why wasn't he in crypto much earlier than 2020? He's a smart guy for sure, but just because you're a smart guy doesn't mean you know everything and you're right about everything. And I personally think he's 100% wrong on his viewpoint on, I would say, his viewpoint on cryptos and Bitcoin kind of being the only way. He's 100% wrong. 100%. Let's see what we got here. Charge and how we charges in the house. All Bitcoin needs is a reference number to become part of other EVM functions and a traditional software layer to interact between transactions and EVM functions. Why make it that hard? Why go through all those loops to do all that? It's just, I don't think it's necessary. It's good to have segmented, fragmented tech stacks. You don't want to have like one tech stack for everything. Even if Bitcoin was Turing complete and was like doing what Ethereum was doing, and it was the first one, and we don't know who the founder was and all that stuff. Even if Bitcoin had all those attributes from Ethereum, I would still say it's not a good idea to have a one end all be all tech stack for blockchain. Nor is it even realistic. Like, what industry works like that? I haven't seen one yet, guys. I haven't seen one yet. No, he has said that several times in response to being asked why he hasn't put Ethereum on his balance sheet. Thanks, Blood. Check out Mike, the investor interview today on Cult Dial. All right, I'm going to check that out. Let me know if anyone else has checked out Cult Dial. Cult Dial. I have not. Let's take a look at this one really quick before I wrap up here, guys, for today's live stream. GameFi and Metaverse least affected by Terra Luna debacle. Now, I thought this was very interesting because this shows the utility aspect of Bitcoin. This shows, not Bitcoin, but cryptos. This shows how the future might look. This gives us a glimpse into the future of blockchain, the future of non-speculative aspect of blockchain. Okay, we're still controlled highly So I would say 95% of the price action you see in crypto today is all speculation on, if I can sell at at a higher price than I bought it, or buy back at a lower price than I sold it. Okay, that's 95, 80, 90, 98% of what you're seeing as far as volatility in the crypto markets. But as this thing matures, you will begin to see things like this, where Terra Luna caused and wreaked havoc across the crypto markets as far as prices. However, in that same period, we saw GameFi and Metaverse see an increase in transactions of 9.5% and 27% respectively. So this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm so excited about GameFi and Metaverse. I am very bullish on that aspect of blockchain. Very, very bullish. Dat Radar noted that the blockchain gaming and Metaverse projects showed either minimum drawbacks or even positive signs of growth in the same period as the Terra Luna and DeFi got hit hard, NFTs got hit hard. A lot of these VCs and CeFi platforms got brutalized. I mean, they just got toe up from the flow up. But GameFi, and Metaverse did very well. So DeFi saw and NFT saw the biggest drop. So DeFi saw a 14.8% drop, and NFTs saw on average their floor prices drop by 12.2%. This is good news, man. I can't wait to see more of this, to be honest with you. And I'm just letting you guys know that I am betting on Metaverse, GameFi. That is the future. That is the next wave, I think. I asked the fellas over the weekend. We had an off the chain episode, and I asked them, what's the next wave? We had NFTs in the last one. Prior to that, we had DeFi. Prior to that, we had ICO. What is the next wave? I personally think the next wave is going to be Metaverse gaming, that aspect of it. GameFi, Metaverse hybrid mixture is what is going to be your next money maker, in my opinion. We'll have to see, though. Last piece to the puzzle said Bitcoin has already won a long time ago. Ever since Silk Road, it's still from being 1 cent to 69. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, if you zoom out that far, absolutely, Bitcoin has already won. But I mean, there are other coins that have outperformed Bitcoin from 1 cent to 69,000 though. So I don't know if you're using that as your metric to say Bitcoin has won and is the best one to have. If you're using that metric, no, it's not. There are other coins that have done much better. Even coins I don't even understand, like Hex, I think has done way better than Bitcoin if you're looking at a performance-based standard. So I don't know. Let me know if that's what you're using, because if that's the case, then no, that Bitcoin has not already won. But Bitcoin so far is still king, I say. I would for sure say that. And the reason I say that is because everything else uses, and it's not fair, I don't think it should be, but everything uses Bitcoin's price as a barometer for the rest of the market from a price action perspective. So it is still the reference, if you want to call it, reference rate for crypto. Bitcoin is still that reference asset for cryptocurrencies. But as this thing matures, I'm telling you guys, Bitcoin is not going to be the head honcho. It is going to have probably a dominance of less than 5% in the next 2 to 3 years. Bitcoin will have a dominance of less than 5%, in my opinion. And that's a good thing. We should be championing that, because that means that, other things are happening in the space. And, use cases are driving up. So last article, why Ethereum's Vitalik Buterin says corporate metaverse efforts will fail. Anything Facebook creates now will misfire. And so essentially what he's saying, and I kind of agree with him, kind of don't. And I'll give you my 2 satoshis on that. But what he's saying here is that basically the existing corporate attempts to create metaverses therefore won't exceed or succeed because we don't know, or they don't know, what the people actually want. They don't know, he's saying, Vitalik, that Facebook doesn't understand what the people actually want a metaverse to look like, feel like, and play like. So it's no way that they can be successful. True, very true, but you don't want to discount capital. Capital meaning cash, baby. Cash money, right? The masses are, in, if one word or sense of the other, dumb, right? The masses are going to follow whatever is put in front of them. If you put it in front of them long enough, they will eat it up. And that's what I think with Meta, or Facebook, Meta, their new name. I think they have the possibility to really crush it in this space because they have the capital. Look, they just reported, I think they burned through $2.8 billion last quarter on Meta. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they have the capability to really, they can play the long game. They can definitely play the long game and get a lot of the sheeple, right? That's what they're probably banking on. They ain't trying to get us. We know Meta is not for us, right? They're looking for the 99%. The 99%, right? The 99% that still don't understand the power of blockchain, decentralization, and distributed networks, and immutable ledgers, right? All those buzzwords. So yeah, we'll have to see how that pans out. At least Vitalik feels like corporate metaverses won't work. What do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about that? Let's get these comments here. Let's see. WeCharge is saying here, why full software stack? Just where it's going. Walmart and Amazon did the same thing. It's pretty much already off the shelf, but it will become the more so. It's why centralized will evolve. WordPress stack, similar example. So many off the shelf plugins, you don't need to use all the plugins, but you can. Good points. Smooth operator. It's been a long time. Blood, are you still gambling on EOS? Man, EOS, bro. EOS, the token, not so much. I'm still waiting to see if they have some type of cohesive vision. Like, they're just all over the place. EOS.io, which is the protocol that came out of EOS, is superior. It's superb, bro. Like, Telos is running EOS.io. Wax is running EOS.io. Those are two blockchains that, by the way, are very underrated. You should look into Telos. You should look into Wax. Those projects, and I always like to bring this up. Haven't done it in a while. Haven't even been to the site in a while. But if you look at blocktivity.info, go check out blocktivity.info. I'll put a link in this chat room right now for you guys. Let me just grab that for you. Check out blocktivity.info because this is where you'll really, it's not perfect, but it's better as far as ranking utility of a blockchain, not ranking it by price. So Wax, guys, has been number one for a very, very long time as far as activity on the blockchain. I mean, Bitcoin is number 10. I don't even know where Ethereum is on this list. Should be higher than Bitcoin, so I'm not sure why Ethereum is not on this list. It used to be. Haven't been to the site in a while, but yeah, Wax has been number one on here for a long time. They do about 29 million operations, or I should say, yeah, operations every 24-hour period, or in the last 24-hour period, it's done 29 million operations with 22 million transactions in the last 24 hours. All right. So compared to, maybe you look at Bitcoin, has done 571,000 operations in a 24-hour period, 219,000 transactions in a 24-hour period. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, if you look at the numbers, it is a different lens that you'll be looking at these blockchains through, for sure. But you know, EOS is still up there, but I'm wondering why they don't have Ethereum up here. I see here Ethereum, they have transaction fees also. These are just some stats on Ethereum's network, or like transaction fees and stuff. So yeah, Telos, look at Telos. I don't know why Telos isn't on this chart anymore. They dropped down pretty significantly. They're at 13. They used to be up there big time. But even Telos is, you know, great project, great blockchain, man. Doing a lot of things over there. So just wanted to show you guys that. Yeah, check me out on TikTok. I am on there. Haven't posted in about a week or so, but I'm going to get back on my game. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun. And of course, don't forget, Fairdesk.com. Check them out. Hashtag, or the QR code is right there on the screen for you. I'm giving away up to $600 to you. Once you sign up, fund it over $100, start trading, and you will receive that moolah. All right. That's pretty much it, though. Let's see what we got here. Smooth Operator said, I don't know, man. I kind of don't trust these numbers for some reason. No, they're real. And I'll find another site that pulls data, same data. That's legit, man. If so many people are using Wax, how come it's ranked so low? I don't get it. Because, bro, it's you know, you look at the rankings on Coin Market Cap and all this, it's based off the market cap. It's not based on activity. It's solely based on market cap. So it's all about where the money is being sloshed around. So that's why. And so in my opinion, that's why I feel like Cardano is so overvalued at its current juncture, that when it actually does become a very active blockchain like Ethereum, or like even more so like a Wax, when it gets to that point, the price is already going to be, the current price is going to be priced in. So you're not getting much more alpha. You're not going to get much more out of Cardano because it is priced to or above perfection, in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Check out the links, the channel sponsors, the partnerships, and we'll rock with you guys tomorrow. I have some more interviews coming up. I will drop that for the members first. And yeah, new website coming as well. And again, just to reiterate, I will have the Bloodalytics trading signal ready to rock and roll on August 15th. I have pre-orders going up sometime this week. You'll get a steep discount for that. Give you some edge on the markets. All right, it's your boy Crypto Blood again. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys share, and make sure you guys subscribe. I'm out of here. Holla.